285, it's within.
Good morning, everyone. I want to call the Drainage District Board of Directors meeting to order. We will start with a roll call to establish quorum.
Good morning, David Fuentes, Precinct 1.
Eli Torres, Precinct 4.
Richard Cortez, County Judge, that constitutes a quorum of 3.
Yes,
Can you
sir.
please lead us in today's prayer?
I certainly will. Good morning, Judge, Commissioner. Good morning, everyone. Let's say a word of prayer this morning. Father God, we ask you to continue to fill our cities, county, state, national, political leaders with wisdom, understanding, discernment, knowledge, forgiveness, faithfulness, humility, and dignity. We continue to thank you for the men and women who serve our community in leadership roles and for their families. Grant them peace, Father God, when their work takes them away from their families. We continue to pray for our judge and 4 commissioners that you've appointed to lead this great county of ours. We pray for our mayor, school board members, city council, police chiefs, district attorneys, sheriff, judges, and all who serve our local communities. Grant them abundant wisdom, favor, increase their faith, and prepare them to pursue your excellence. Strengthen them with integrity and character to act righteously. Draw them to you and cause them to know and fulfill your purposes. Continually place people in their paths that will provide scriptural, sound, and godly counsel, for without your counsel, their plans will go awry. Provide them daily reminders of why they decided to dedicate their lives to public service, and use that commitment to encourage them. Continue to deal with our leaders about keeping their hearts and motives pure. We ask you to make their hearts pliable, willing, and obedient to your will. Cause of each of their lives to glorify your name. Lord Jesus, we prepare for Easter during this Lenten season. We turn to you once again in prayer. We believe that you are a creator and you have created us to know, love, and serve you. We believe that you want us to fulfill our purpose in life. That is why you came to earth to suffer and die. We offer you our prayers today as a small token of our gratitude, a small token of our desire to live our lives for you. We know that sometimes we can let things get between us. Now, during this time of prayer, we want to give you all our attention to you so that you and not our egoism and passions may govern our life choices. Lord, please help us so that our ideas about how things should be will not cloud our vision of who you are. As we prepare for the approaching Easter, help us to purify ourselves from all egoism, sensuality, vanity, and pride so that we can accept your love with an open heart. Lord, help us to have the humility to accept your will for our lives. Scripture reminds us the more we seek you, the more we will find you. May we continue to seek you in all we do, and we always work as we're working for you. We ask all this in your Son, Jesus' name.
Did anyone sign up for open forum, Valde?
No, sir, Judge.
Then we'll go to the approval of the consent agenda.
Yes, sir. Approve the check register, sir. Approval permits and operations, payments, and so forth. Judge, commissioners, all that's been vetted by the HEC 1 team. It's in order, sir.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you, sir.
5A.
5A, yes, sir. Requesting approval of private bid submitted by the City of Alton for subject property and cost number T08709A, property ID 318408, in accordance with Texas Property Tax Code Section 3405I, and approval of resolution to execute tax resale deed conveying the approved property. We have Mr. Conley here. If any questions come up regarding the sale of that property, so.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. 5B1, requesting approval to complete the submit credit application, establish district account with Selena Tent, Inc. for the acquisition of fabric tents, accessories, and supplies, and the authority of the district general manager or his designee to sign the credit application.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
B2, requesting approval to complete and submit credit application to establish a district account with Hydrazine LLC for the acquisition of hydraulic parts and the repair of hydraulic pumps, motors, and cylinders, and the authority for the district general manager or his designee to execute the credit application.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. C1, requesting approval to purchase one CAT 12014B motor grader and one CAT D5 dozer through the Dow County District Number 1 membership participation with Sourcewell Cooperative awarded vendor Holt CAT contract number 011723 CAT in the total amount $663,482.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. C2, requesting approval to purchase one JD 644 G tier wheel loader through the Dow County District 1 membership / participation with Sourcewell Cooperative awarded vendor Doggett Heavy Machinery contract number 011723 JDC in the total amount of $279,900.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Item D, requesting approval for a United Irrigation District permit as it relates to E21041 Glasscock Road from Mile 4 to Mile 5 Stormwater Management Project, and authority the general manager or to execute documents subject to final legal review.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Item E, requesting approval to execute as the district's sole option to renew, extend the contract for contract mix and related items with CMEX for a period of 1 year under the same terms and conditions with the approved 5% price increase as stated in the contract number CACD 1-22059A1213, effective date December 13th, 2023 through December 12th, 2024.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. F1, requesting approval to final negotiate professional engineering service agreement. Hafizos Inc. for the project Now County Generation 1 Hazard Mitigation Action Plan. Contract number CACD 1-24013-0305 is approved for negotiations on 2/2024, subject to final legal review.
Motion to approve? Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
F2, acceptance and approval of work session number 1 in the amount of $64,900 is submitted by Hafizos Inc. Contract number CACD 1-24013-0305 to provide professional engineering service for the Dow County Generation 1 Hazard Mitigation Action Plan, subject to final legal review.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
G1, requesting approval to accept RFP response and award the final negotiated construction contract to NM Contracting LLC, including the best and final offer in the total amount $2,938,037.09 for the project HDD 1 Complex MIO Training Facility, contract number CACD 1-23076-0305, as approved for negotiations by the Board of Directors on February 20, 2024. Agenda item number 94276, subject to final review and compliance, House Bill 1295.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. G2, pursuant to Texas Local Code 262031, in the interest of expediting the project's progress, requesting authority approval for Drainage District General Manager to execute change orders that involve an increase or decrease in cost of $50,000 or less. In no event to exceed the change order statutory limits, the original contract price may not be decreased by 18% or more without the consent of the contractor.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Okay. No, that's what it's going to be. H, requesting authority to advertise and approval of the request for proposals, procurement packet AE, legal notice, requirement, scope of service, evaluation criteria for archaeology service, surveying service, phase 1 flood control, segment 21, fifth. RFP number HDD 1-24015-0327 ESC, including the re-advertising of the project in the event no proposals are rejected or no responses are received.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
I approve of application payment number 1 in the amount of $48,078.39 from Morwell LLC pertaining to construction contract CACD 1-230080404 ditch W01-00 gate structure.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
If I may, sir, I'll go through the,
Please.
yes, sir. 6A1, requesting approval of closing documents parcel 15B-7 as it relates to project 15B of the 2018 Drainage Bond Program, JOA project and authority for the chairman of the board to execute documents. 6A2, requesting approval of closing documents parcel 15B-8 as it relates to project 15B of the 2018 Drainage Bond Program, JOA project and authority of the chairman of the board to execute documents. 6B1, requesting approval of closing documents parcel 26-15 as it relates to project 26 of the 2018 Drainage Bond Program, Mission Ladder project, authority of the chairman of the board to execute documents. 6B2, requesting approval of closing documents for parcel 26-10 as it relates to project 26 of the 2018 Drainage Bond Program, Mission Lateral project, authority of chairman of the board to execute documents. 6C, requesting approval of change order number 1, reflecting an increase in the amount of $187,346.40 since their approval 45 calendar days for the project Southwest Wesco 2018 Bond Referendum Project 35, contract number CACD 1-23056-1114. Warmill LLC as recommended by project engineer Omar Saldua from my office. Item 6D, requesting approval of change order number 5, reflecting an increase in the amount of $332,416, an additional 75 calendar days for project Mission McAllen Radar Alternate 2018 Bond Referendum Project number 25, contract number CACD 1-210230-727, Gonzalez Engineering Management LLC, as recommended project engineer B2Z LLC. Item 6E, requesting an extension of competitive requirements of Texas Local Code. Or you want to take action on 6A through D, sir? And then we'll go through that.
Sure.
So moved. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you, sir. 6E1, requesting exception from computer requirements of Texas Logan Code 262-02484 for professional engineering service.
So moved. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
6E2, requesting authority to adopt condition number 1 to negotiate a professional engineering service agreement with Supreme Engineering PLC from the district's pre-approved pool of pre-qualified professional engineers as approved by the Board of Directors March 7, 2023 for the Mile 11 North and Texas Boulevard 2018 bond revenue project number 23.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Now, sir, if I may, I'll cover these.
Please.
F1, approval application payment number 6 in the amount of $5,997.98 from McAllen Multi-Service pertaining to construction contract CACD 123-033-0808, Rincon Encinos Phase 3. Item F2, approval of an acceptance certificate of completion from the McAllen Multi-Service pertaining to construction contract CACD 123-033-0808, Rincon Encinos Phase 3. F3, approval application payment number 2 in the amount of $91,787.85 from the 5125 company pertaining to construction contract CACD 123-0480926, 4.5 mile Dolphin Road project. F4, approval acceptance of certificate of substantial completion and certificate of construction completion from 5125 company pertaining to construction contract CACD 123-0480926, 4.5 mile Dolphin Road project. And F5, approval application payment number, payment retainage in the amount of $66,640 and 41.43 cents in interest from the 5125 company pertaining to construction contract CACD 123-0480926, 4.5 mile Dolphin Road project. Item F6, approval application permit number 7 in the amount of $80,372.36 from Mobile LLC pertaining to construction contract CACD 122-020-0531 Mid-Valley Airport. F7, approval application number 6 in the amount of $123.9673 from RBM Contractors pertaining to construction contract CACD 123-014-0426 KMG Mile 10N and North Baseline Road project. F8, approval acceptance of certificate of substantial completion, certificate of construction completion from Texas Cordia LLC pertaining to construction contract CACD 122-003-0222 Mission McAllen Radial Phase 2 project. F9, approval application payment retainage in the amount of $231,095.30 and $3,079.39 in interest from Texas Cordia LLC pertaining to construction contract CACD 122-003-0222 Mission McAllen Radial Phase 2 project. And item F10, approval of application payment number 7 in the amount of $129,932.55 from Morwell LLC pertaining to construction contract CACD 122-033-0712 South Lateral Drain Structure Project. F1 through 10, sir.
Motion approved. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Item 7A, requesting exception from competitive requirements of Texas Logan Code 262-02484 for professional engineering service.
So moved. Second.
All in favor, say aye. Motion carries.
Item 7A2, requesting authority for County Condition number 1 to negotiate a professional engineering service agreement with S2 Engineering PLC from the district's pre-approved pool of pre-qualified professional engineers as approved by the Board of Directors March 7, 2023 for the ditch 1.192 and 4A La Villa Ed Cachelsa 2023 bond referendum project number 8A.
So moved.
Second?
All in favor, say aye. Motion carries.
Thank you. Item B1, requesting extension of competitive requirements of Texas Local Code 262-02484 for professional engineering service.
So moved.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. B2, requesting authority for Dock Engineering to negotiate a professional engineering service agreement with Isaguirre Engineering Group LLC from the district's pre-approved pool of pre-qualified professional engineers as approved by the Board of Directors on March 7th for the ditch 1.92 and 4A La Villa Ed Cachelsa 2023 bond referendum project number 8B.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. 7C, requesting exemption from competitive requirements of Tech Loan Code 262-02484 for professional engineering service.
So moved.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
7C2, requesting authority of Dock Engineering 1 to negotiate a professional engineering service agreement with Javier Hinojosa Engineering from the district's pre-approved pool of pre-qualified professional engineers as approved by the Board of Directors March 7th for the Wesco North Lateral 2023 bond referendum project number 10.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. 7-8A, request approval to amend Hidalgo County District Number 1 classification compensation plan, Section 807, Plan Administration, Section 809, Plan Exemptions.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
A2, request approval to update Hidalgo County District 1 classification compensation plan classified position list. And 8-3, request approval to implement Hidalgo County District 1 direct deposit policy.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
We do have a couple items, sir. Closed session.
Okay, pursuant subchapter D of Chapter 551 of Texas Government Code, will be retired to closed session to discuss items listed under Code Section 551.072 or point 551.074 and possibly 551.071. I have a motion to do so.
Motion made?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. I have 9:49. Okay, we're back from executive session. We're back from closed session. We do have some
Yes, sir.
action items to take.
Under item 10A, possible action on real estate acquisition. Action is needed to authorize Mr. Sassine to proceed as discussed in the closed session.
So moved.
Second?
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Commissioners.
I have a motion to adjourn.
So moved. Second.
Second?
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. We are adjourned. I would now like to call the Hidalgo County Commissioners Court meeting to order. May we start with a roll call to establish quorum.
Good morning, David Fuentes, Precinct 1.
Eddie Gunther, Precinct 2.
Ellie Torres, precinct 4?
Richard Cortez, County Judge, that constitutes a quorum. Today, we're honored to have Major Alex Benavides. He's served in the U.S. Air Force from 2001 to 2007, and also from 2014 to the present. He works as a first assistant here in the DA's office. We thank you for your service, sir.
My pleasure. Thank you. Thank you. Please stand if you can and face the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Alex.
Thank you. Today, we're also honored to have District Judge of the 92nd District Court, the very Honorable Luis M. Singletary. Judge?
Good morning. Good morning, Judge, Commissioners, everyone here, everyone joining us here virtually. Thank you for allowing me to be here on this very important day, Election Day. And with that in mind, I'm going to ask you all if you would please join me in prayer. Dear God, we ask to uplift the citizens, voters, and candidates of Hidalgo County in prayer on this Election Day as we gather to participate in the democratic process. May we do so with open hearts and minds. Grant us the wisdom to choose leaders who will work for the common good, uphold justice, and foster unity within our community. May the voters of Hidalgo County be guided by values of honesty, compassion, and respect for one another. Bless the candidates with courage, integrity, and a genuine desire to serve the people faithfully. Let your light shine upon our county, bringing clarity and understanding to all involved. May this election be a reflection of your divine will, and may the outcome bring about positive change and progress for Hidalgo County. We ask this in your name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Judge. Next item will be the approval of the consent agenda.
Thank you, Judge. Commissioners. Judge Commissioners, I'd like to pull from consent agenda items 6A, 1 and 2, and 14C4.
Motion to approve the balance of the agenda.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
For the record, Commissioner Fuentes will be abstaining from any discussion and/or action related to consent agenda items 6A, 1 and 2. Judge Commissioners, all is in order? So moved.
Second?
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Let the record show Commissioner Fuentes abstained from any discussion or action of this item.
Thank you.
And consent agenda item 14C4 for precinct 3, there will be no action today. There is no action needed today. Thank you, Judge Commissioners.
Okay. Next, I don't know, but there's a very beautiful lady here that I think somebody wants to honor.
Y'all can stand behind her. You'll face the court.
March is Women's History Month. Look at all the women we have here.
Okay. Good morning, Judge and Commissioners. Belinda Reyes here with Precinct 4, representing item 5A, AI 94419, proclamation honoring the 100th birthday of Ms. Consuelo Salinas. I will go ahead and read the proclamation. Proclamation honoring the 100th birthday of Consuelo Salinas. Whereas Ms. Consuelo Salinas was born in General Terán, Nuevo León, Mexico, on the 1st of March in the year 1924, making this her 100th year. And whereas Ms. Salinas has reached a monumental milestone and deserves to be honored for her extraordinary journey and life experiences. And whereas Ms. Salinas married Mr. Esteban Salinas in 1941, beginning a marriage that would see 63 anniversaries and many changes in the world. And whereas Ms. Salinas was one of many homemakers at the time who created stability by being present in the family and keeping her home organized and running smoothly. And whereas Ms. Salinas and her husband have lived in the all-American city of Edinburgh, Texas, for the past 50 years. And whereas Ms. Salinas provided a welcoming and loving environment to 10 children and continued to help raise 43 grandchildren. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that the Hidalgo County Commissioners Court hereby congratulates Ms. Consuelo Salinas for reaching such an incredible milestone and honors her for her centennial celebration, her unwavering dedication to family, and her witness to a century of history. Requesting approval.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Wow, this is amazing.
On behalf of the Salinas family, she would just like to thank everyone. She's so thankful, so blessed to have lived this many years and hopes to continue to live many more with God's grace. So thank you again very much.
She'll be like,
Everybody here? The family wants this? There we go. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Wherever you, I don't know where you want it set. Good.
Okay, next, we also have another very special proclamation.
Yes. Belinda Reyes, Precinct 4, item 5B. And if there are any ladies here that would like to join me, please do so.
Come on, ladies. Michelle?
Men too, we'll take. So item 5B, AI 94421, requesting approval for proclamation declaring March 2024 as Women's History Month. I'll read the proclamation. Proclamation declaring March 2024 as Women's History Month. Whereas women bring a broad and profound diversity of lived experiences and expertise to all aspects of civic, economic, cultural, and social development. And whereas the 2024 national theme for Women's History Month is Women Who Advocate for Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion, recognizing women throughout the country who understand that for a positive future, we need to eliminate biases and discrimination entirely from our lives and institutions. And whereas there is a historic number of women serving in the legislature and across state government, and women who serve as leaders in our businesses, labor force, local governments, schools, and communities, continuing to break through historic barriers. And whereas the County of Hidalgo is an organization that is proud to have women in positions of leadership, influence, decision, and policy making as directors, supervisors, and staff in general within the County of Hidalgo, helping to bring new vision and perspective to the growth and direction of the county, and more importantly, the community. And whereas International Women's Day is an occasion to celebrate the progress made towards achieving gender equality and women's empowerment. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that the Hidalgo County Commissioners Court does hereby proclaim the month of March 2024 as Women's History Month, and Friday, March 8, 2024, as International Women's Day. Seeking approval.
Motion to approve?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Well, congratulations, ladies.
I'd like to make a little comment for all the women out there. Not only do I want to encourage women to learn about history, but I'd like to encourage all women to make history.
Oh,
Thank you.
wow. Well, Commissioner, around here, we're used to getting women to boss us around, so you all have done a good job.
much. 1, 2, 3. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Congratulations. No insurance.
Got it.
Okay, do we have anyone sign up for open forum?
Yes, sir, Judge. Judge Commissioners, we do have Ms. Fern McClarity, who signed up for open forum. Ms. Fern, before we start, I'd like to remind the public that they're always welcome to participate in public forum. They need to be familiar with the rules of decorum, which prohibit direct and indirect personal attacks on members of the court or any county individuals. The comments made should also pertain to the county business and cannot be threatening in nature. Ms. Fern, there is a 3-minute time limit. I will advise when there is 1 minute, and I will start when you start.
Commissioners, my comments today will include the county's debt service of $33.4 million, the combined budget for all totals up to $355 million, a property tax increase of 15.4%, and finally, the growing number of people that are living in poverty. There is a vast difference in how this commission and the people view these numbers. The annual payment of $33.4 million is paying for bonds that are supposed to improve our lives. So where are these services? There do seem to be more people with higher salaries. I am assuming that a significant number of these costs related to the new courthouse because at every meeting we pay more bills, but no one seems to be working there. I think the courthouse is sinking in more ways than one, and we are throwing $33.4 million away. If that is not the case, please show us. The $355 million is the combined budget for all funds, and I have included it because it is significant. The county imposed a number of fees for services, and they remove more money from the economy. It is important to understand that public jobs add to tax burden while private jobs provide the economy. HEB has constantly advertised jobs at $16.50 and $19.95 an hour. These jobs include statewide transfer and supplemental benefits. It is also important to understand that property tax is the major source of the county revenue, and the 2024 budget increased this budget by 15.4%. If you live in Edinburgh, there are 6 agencies that tax your property, and the county is not the most expensive. But because voting for the Appraisal District Board is based on population, the county has the greatest influence on membership and therefore the annual tax rate. Therefore, if the county increases its 2024 budget, your property value increased by at least 16%. Because remember, the county is the 6th largest, taxing bodies. My last comment, very few of our companies give their employees 16% salary increases. So therefore, every dime that y'all spend on anything with the county is burdening the taxpayers. And I see today that we have on the agenda, the IT department is going to be spending almost $300,000. I'm hoping and praying that they're going to fix it so when the department heads that aren't here, that are on Zoom or whatever, we can hear here in the room. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. We have no more participants, Judge.
Okay, we're going to go to item 15A, the Health and Human Services Department.
Good morning, Judge Commissioners. I'd like to thank the judge and the commissioners and Mr. Guerra for allowing us to move this item up. We have a site visit from the state today on some items, so that was unexpected. So it's a good thing, but we go forward. So item 15, We have a few items, sir. 15A is requesting approval to initiate the grant application process to obtain the Office of Border Public Health Binational Health Council grant. It's a small grant that we apply for, so we're needing your permission as a court to be able to apply for this grant.
Motion to approve.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item B is requested approval for the county judge to sign the written acknowledgement of completion of the cybersecurity training program is required by the Texas Health and Human Services Commission. As Mr. Salinas knows, the Health Department is required to take 3 different cybersecurity and HIPAA trainings as required by our contracts. So that it's a lot of training that goes on for this. So please accept this as one of the 3 that we're going to do this year.
So moved.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item C is requested approval to accept for the county judge to e-sign the immunization local grant contract HHS 0013313000042, amendment number 1, and all related contract documents.
Motion to approve?
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item D, approval to serve as a host for the UT Health Get Fit internship program and authorization for the Health Department Director to sign the letter of affirmation. The UT Health System is providing interns to work through public health in a system in their graduate and postgraduate degrees. Sir, we're asking for your permission to see if we could have some of these interns assist us here.
Motion to approve?
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item E is requested approval of the certification of revenue by county auditor in the amount of $12,000 and appropriation of the same. The addition is for the program to income, excuse me, sorry. The additional amount is for program income earned by the immunization program to date above what has been projected.
Motion to approve?
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you,
thanks,
Judge,
Reddy.
and I encourage everyone to attend the South Texas All Hazards Conference on March 27th. Have a good day, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Eddie. We're going to go ahead and go to item 16A, Head Start Program.
Good morning, Judge and Commissioners. Item A, it is, I'm saying this proudly, we received the notification of our recent Office of Head Start Federal Review. We came out at 100% compliance. Request your approval.
Motion to approve? Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item B, we're requesting approval to update Policy Council bylaws, changing Policy Council meeting time from 6:30 to 6:15 p.m. Request approval.
So moved.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And our final item is request approval to approve the 24-25 income guidelines for eligible children for next school year. Request approval.
Motion to approve?
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
And
Thank you.
congratulations on your award, Ms.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, great job.
Judge, Commissioners, if I may, Ms. Peña. Ms. Peña.
Pardon me.
Judge, Commissioners, if I may, I do want to acknowledge and I want to thank Ms. Peña with respect to her communication to us. She communicates with my office, if not 2-3 times a week, on issues related to the program to keep my office apprised so that the court is apprised of any and all matters pertaining to the Head Start program, especially audits such as this. So thank you very much.
And Commissioners and Judge, I would like to also extend our appreciation for Mr. Guerra and his office staff. They have been very helpful, along with all of the other department heads, so thank you for that.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Let that serve as a model for all departments.
Yes. Valde, I know that our delinquent tax attorneys love to be here to listen to all of us, but you want to move
Yes, Judge, if we
item
could, please.
25.
We could
B.
move up the delinquent tax report, and this is the,
I mean, we can let you stay if you like.
yes. And And this will be the presentation of the July through December 2023 semi-annual delinquent tax collection report.
Thank you, Valda. Thank you, Judge. Commissioners, Kelly Salazar here on behalf of Linebarger, Goggin, Blair, and Sampson, along with my partner, Michael Cano, and John David Franz, to present the delinquent tax collection semi-annual report for the period of July 2023 to December 2023. You'll see on the first slide that our collection process begins when we obtain data.
Can you pause for just a second? Do we have that presentation on the screen? Just easier for us to follow along if it's.
We have to.
It's not queued up. Yeah. There you go.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
On that second slide, you'll see that our tax collection process begins when we obtain data from the county tax office. We identify those accounts that are ripe for collection. We initiate our mailing program to all the delinquent taxpayers on that roll that qualify. We conduct additional research to obtain information regarding deferrals, exemptions, and other things such as bankruptcy, which complicates the collection process. And then we make contact with the taxpayer via telephone or knocking on taxpayers' doors. And then we initiate litigation as a final option to collect. On the next slide, you'll see a summary of our pre-litigation activities. During this semi-annual period, we mailed just shy of 110,000 statements to delinquent taxpayers within Hidalgo County. We made or received over 29,000 phone calls. We knocked on 341 doors within Hidalgo County, educating and informing taxpayers of their delinquency and doing our best to get them into a payment agreement. And we initiated 394 payment agreements. On the next slide, you'll see a summary of our litigation activities. We filed 565 suits, disposed of 546. We took 248 judgments, and we initiated 23 tax warrants involving delinquencies on delinquent business personal property. And now I'll turn over the mic to my partner, Michael Cano.
Thank you, Kelly. Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. On this next slide, you'll see the breakdown of what we do when it becomes necessary to do a foreclosure. And obviously, we never like to do a foreclosure, and I'll represent to the county that the vast majority of our collections are not done through foreclosures. It's a very small part of our overall collections. And as we always have represented to this court, all of our foreclosures are either vacant lots, abandoned properties, or commercial lots. We do not foreclose on your resident homestead taxpayers. We usually work out payment agreements with them. So this has a breakdown of what we have accomplished there. You'll see we sold those 35 properties, again, for just over $200,000, which on the following page you'll see makes up a very small percentage of what we collected this past 6 months. On the next slide, you'll see that, and we always benchmark our collections to what we did the prior year, obviously for budget reasons. And you'll see that the past 6 months of this fiscal year, we've collected just over $8.9 million compared to $8.1 of last year. That's an increase of about $767,000. Now, as I've been speaking about over the past few years, we've seen this decrease or the steadying of your adjusted delinquent tax roll. That's the number on the very bottom of each respective bar chart there. And to me, Judge, that's the most important number because that's the outstanding balance of taxes owed to the county. And although that had been holding steady or decreasing for many years, as a result of the post-pandemic real estate market, catching fire and just kind of going crazy, we did have a lot of properties that were sold. All those transactions paid property taxes. Plus, we had the assistance of those federal tax dollars of the Texas Homeowners Assistance Program that paid a lot of those delinquent taxes. So that has since stopped. So because of that, we expected to see a slight increase in the amount of tax owed in the county, and we did see that. So you'll see that that amount went up about $2.8 million, but our collections, the rate of our collections has gone up. So that's really good news. And I know I've had this discussion many times with Commissioner Cantu when he was a commissioner at the city of FAR, that don't report just dollars. It's always a percentage of what's available to collect. I still remember that lesson, Commissioner Cantu. And so our percentage is up. So I'm very happy to report that everything is going well. This is a halftime report, but I suspect that by the time we get to the end of the fiscal year, from the delinquent tax side, everything is going well.
Thank you. Just want to ask that if another program does come up where there's assistance, if you could let us know individually as court members, because a lot of times we get people that approach us about these types of situations, and if we don't know about the program, we don't know where to refer them to.
Absolutely,
So I know
Commissioner.
that expired recently, but if something else comes up, some sort of relief program, if you could advise us.
Absolutely. yeah.
Directly.
And that's a very good point, and we're always looking for those programs because it benefits our taxpayers and obviously us, the county, everybody. Those are win-win situations, and we will certainly keep that in mind and do that, Commissioner.
Just a thought, and I don't need a solution or anything, but it's a thought that I was driving on the expressway yesterday, and I saw a company advertising to pay for your property taxes. And what's crazy is that we all know how it's bought. It's very expensive, yet with you all, they can make a deal also, and they can have time to pay it off. I just wish that people understood that it's easier to work with your office than going and getting these loans. I don't know how you combat that. I mean, it's obviously a for-profit business, but it's just a mistake that they get trapped into. And so anything that we can do to, I guess, get ahead of that would be welcomed.
Commissioner, you're actually striking a nerve with me. That's a very sensitive topic for me because I deal with these taxpayers every day. And we really go to great lengths to work with, especially your homestead taxpayers. And a lot of these taxpayers do run to these, these tax lenders is what we call them. And what they don't realize is that the rules are very different for tax lenders than for us. Our attorney's fees are capped at 15% of the delinquent taxes. So if you owe $10,000, the attorney's fees cannot exceed, obviously, 15% of the $2,000. In their cases, they may extend a $10,000 loan, but their attorney's fees may be $20,000 or $30,000 by the time it's done.
Maybe to find out why they go that route. It may be the days y'all file the lawsuit, right? Which is after 10 different things that you've done.
Legislation is a violator of this to allow them to be able to do that.
100%.
There's very few.
But we need to figure out, because eventually they're going to get to your office, right? Even if they go that route. But what is it that triggered them to go that route? And maybe we can combat it that way.
Right. So what I would suggest, Commissioner, is let's set up some type of a workshop, whether it's a formal workshop or let's just have a meeting to brainstorm about that. I do have some ideas, and it's going to be marketing more than anything else and just educating
I'll
our
follow your
taxpayers.
lead. I mean,
Yeah.
we don't deal with them like you do, right? So whatever you can come up with, but I just want
I'll
you to know
contact your
that.
office. I'll come up with some solutions,
Okay.
or at least suggestions, and then we'll approach it because I think it's a very important topic
For sure.
that we need to educate our taxpayers so they know what their options are.
Even if you create like a one-page flyer that we can
Yeah,
put
we'll
into
put
our
on
social media accounts and just continue to share that information.
That flyer with some examples of what's actually happened to some people in this county,
sure.
I think will go a long way.
Yep.
I
Absolutely.
think a lot of it has to do that when they see that they're being sued, they feel that they have to go to an attorney, and therefore they're preying on that verbiage, that language, and those letters that they get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they go seek an attorney, a tax attorney type of person that's going to charge them.
I think that's absolutely true. Mr. Guerra?
We can work also with our Public Affairs Division with respect to having it on our website as a recurring video, as well as at the tax office when the individuals go to the tax office. We can also be playing that video, and then, at the end for more information, contact, so forth and so on. So,
I really appreciate that comment, Commissioner Cantu, because it's something that's very sensitive to us because we deal with these families, and I will take the lead with that and get back to you with that because I
Well,
think it's a
the
great.
loan does absolutely nothing. It just
No.
creates more problems. There's no help whatsoever. And so.
In my opinion, it speeds up the process for having their homes taken away.
Sure, for sure, 100%.
So, thank you
Mike?
again.
We received an audit report, and the audit report, there are schedules about delinquent taxes and taxes assessment, all this kind of stuff. And I read it right away because I wanted to know what it said, and obviously there were some errors there. I don't think there were errors that necessarily the auditors committed because they simply were reporting what was reported to them. Please check with them and see what happened there because that information is not relevant or correct, for us to use if it's incorrect. So if you can work with them to.
I'm not aware of that issue, but my partner is, so let me see what she has to say.
I'm aware of the issue, Judge Cortez, and the issues regarding the reporting of the numbers, and I'd be happy to work directly with whomever judge to address those.
Well, please, because I use that information to check certain things.
Right.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Judge, thank you for moving us up, and is there any more questions, or? Thank you, Judge, really appreciate
Okay.
it.
We now go back to item 7A.
Good morning, Judge Cortez, Commissioners, Rosalinda Cantu presenting for the District Attorney's Office. Item 7A, we're asking for approval to submit a VAP grant number 2924306, budget adjustment to the Office of the Governor.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
Item 8A, HIDA Task Force, we're asking for discussion, consideration, and approval to submit the 5-part SF-424 application form related to the ONDCP High Intensity Drug Trafficking Areas Program for fiscal year 2024, with authority for county judge to sign the required documentation as listed below. One is the SF-424 general application. Two, the SF-424A budget information non-construction programs. Three, the SF-424A GG lobbying form. Number 4, the SF-424B assurances non-construction programs. And 5, SF-424 disclosure of lobbying activities.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item 9A, Sheriff's Office.
Judge Commissioners, with your permission, I will be presenting the items for the Sheriff's Office. 9A, Sheriff's Office, the LBSP fiscal year 25 application, which is our Fund 1284, authorization approval to apply for the Local Border Security Program. Funding period is September 1st, 2024 through August 31st of 2025. Fiscal year 25 grant with the Office of the Governor's Homeland Security Grants Division through E-Grants, and authorization for County Judge to e-sign application under E-Grants as an authorized official, and approval of resolution for the LBSP fiscal year 25 grant to designate Judge Richard Cortez as grantee's authorized official and to sign required documents.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
Item B is the Sheriff's Operation Stone Garden Grant, Fund 1284, ratification of the submission and authorization approval to apply for the fiscal year 2023 Operation Stone Garden Grant with the Office of the Governor Homeland Security Division through E-Grants for the period of March 1st, 2024 through February 28th, 2025, and authorization and approval for the county judge as authorized official to certify and e-sign the application form and related documents under E-Grants, and approval of resolution for the fiscal year 2023 Operation Stone Garden Grant to designate Judge Richard F. Cortez as grantee's authorized official and to sign required documents.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item C would be the fiscal year 2024 body worn camera grant deobligation. Authorization and approval to submit budget adjustment to deobligate funds for fiscal year 2020, for fiscal year 24 body worn camera grant.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 9D is pursuant to Texas Local Government Code Section 157.903, requesting approval of indemnification in the amount of $712 due to fraudulent bank account activities involving inmate funds.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 9E is the Federal Sharing Department of Justice, Fund 1229, requesting approval and appropriation of funds for DOJ in the amount of $21,000.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And item 9F, the Sheriff's Leos Fund 1220, approval of certification of revenues as certified by the county auditor for the 2024 Leos allocation payment of $42,977.52 received from the State Comptroller Public Accounts, and approval of budget amendment to appropriate the 2024 Leos allocation in the amount of $42,997.52.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item 10A.
Yes, sir. Good morning, Sergeant Salazar, Precinct 1 Constable's Office. We only have one item. Approval of 2024 appropriation of funds into the Constable's Precinct 1 CCP 59 from the unassigned fund balance in the amount of $66,436 to fund operating expenditures.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. Constable Precinct 3.
Thank you.
Item 11.
Good morning, Court. I don't know if you can see me. It's going to be agenda item 11A. It's authorization and approval to apply for fiscal year 23 Operation Stone Guarding Grant with the Office of the Governor Homeland Security Grants Division through e-grants for the period of March 1st, 2024 through February 28, 2025, and approval of resolution for the fiscal year 2023 Operation Stone Guarding Grant to designate County Judge Richard Cortez as grantee's authorized official with authority for County Judge to execute the resolution, and authorization for County Judge as authorized official to e-sign grant application and all related documents under e-grants.
Motion to approve.
Second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Agenda item 11B is approval of the 2024 appropriation of Hidalgo County Constable Precinct 3 auction proceeds fund in the amount of $2,611.74.
Motion to approve.
Second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. Item
Thank you.
12A, Constable Precinct 4.
Good morning, County Judge, Commissioners. We have 3 items. It's going to be 12A, discussion, consideration, approval to appoint Sergio Hinojosa as Deputy Constable by Constable A.J.R. Gaitan, Constable Precinct 4, in accordance with Texas Local Government Code, Section 86.001.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
12B, discussion, consideration, approval to appoint Janie Leanne Ramos as Deputy Constable by Constable A.J.R. Gaitan, Constable Precinct 4, in accordance with Texas Government Code Section 86.001.
Motion to approve.
Second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
12, request authorization and approval for County Treasurer to process payment for medical reimbursement in the amount of $100 for Deputy Ivan R. Flores. After auditing procedures are completed by County Auditor, Deputy Flores paid for medical expenses out of pocket as required by the Texas Department of Public Safety for his current assignment.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Item 13A, Human Resources. Ms. Lena.
Good morning, Judge Commissioners. Erika Reina for the Department of Human Resources. Item 13A, I'm requesting a waiver of the following if applicable for the personnel items listed. I need action on item number 3, the budget amendment policy, personnel-related amendments.
So
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 13B is approval to award a discretionary step for the employee listed below in accordance with HR criteria certification as per Section 8.03 of the Classification and Compensation Plan, effective the next full pay period, which is March 11, 2024. The action is a discretionary step 2 for slot 0034, a budget analyst 3 at a grade 14. I do recommend approval.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 13C for the Elections Department, approval to create a full-time temporary position effective upon Commissioner's Court approval through June 30th, 2024. This is to create slot T262, a clerk 1 at a grade 1. I recommend approval.
So moved.
Second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And item 13D for the District Attorney's Office, approval to award a discretionary step for the employee listed below in accordance with HR criteria certification as per Section 8.03 of the Classification and Compensation Plan, effective upon Commissioner's Court approval. The action is for a discretionary step 4 for slot 0045, an Assistant District Attorney 3 at a grade 17. I recommend approval.
So moved.
Second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Have a great day.
You too. Item 14A, Urban County.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. Steve De La Garza for Urban County. Agenda item 14A, requesting approval of a best and final negotiated contract for professional geotechnical material testing services with Millennium Engineering Group in the amount of $19,107, utilizing CDBG FY34, Hidalgo Flood Drainage Improvements Funding, and approval of work authorization number 1, subject to compliance with HB 1295.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. 14B, discussion, consideration, and action for approval of a best and final negotiated contract for professional engineering services with Javier Hinojosa Engineering in the amount of $75,000, utilizing CDBG FY 33, 34, 35, and 36, Progreso Street Improvements Funding, and approval of work authorization number 1, subject to HB 1295.
Motion to approve.
Second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. 14C, discussion, consideration, and action requesting to award and enter into a construction contract with Elite Grading and Paving LLC, the lowest responsible bidder, in the amount of $169,152, utilizing UCP funds from fiscal year 36 San Juan Street Improvement Funds, all subject to compliance with HB 1295.
So moved. Second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. Item 17A, IT Department.
Good morning, Judge and Commissioners. Daniel Salinas for the IT Department. Item AI 94382, authorization and approval to apply for a cybersecurity grant program, SLGCP. Again, authorization and approval to apply for the following funding year 2025 state and local cybersecurity program, SLCGP grants for a period of September 1, 2024 to August 31st, 2025. With the Office of the Governor Homeland Security Grants Division, OOG HSGD, through eGrants. A, state and local cybersecurity grant program, funding year 2025 projects, mitigation projects. B, state and local cybersecurity grant program, funding year 2025 workforce development projects. 2, approval of resolution for the funding year 2025 grants to designate County Judge Cortez as grantees, authorized official and authority for county judge to execute the resolution. 3, authorization for county judge to e-sign the application and all related documents under e-grants as authorized official. Recommend approval.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you, Ms. Salinas. Item 18A, Elections Department. You're not busy today, are you?
Yes, we are, Judge. Been making time to give a report in regards to the election today. Good morning, Hilda Salinas, Elections Administrator. Agenda item 94357, discussion on elections updates. Today is election day. All 65 polling locations opened at 7 a.m. and everything is currently running smoothly. So far, over 2,600 voters have cast their ballot in person. So we do ask voters to exercise their right and get out and vote today. All polling locations will close at 7 p.m. The County of Hidalgo implements the countywide polling place program. This means that voters can cast their ballot at any polling location located throughout Hidalgo County. And if you reside in the city of McAllen but find yourself in the city of Wesco and you have not voted yet, you can visit any of the polling locations located in Wesco to cast your ballot. Your ballot will be there. We do ask voters to visit our website at www.hidalgocounty.us/elections to be up to date on election information. The website contains information such as to find your nearest election day polling location, ballot information, and we will be posting election results at the close of the polls tonight. Also, if you have any questions, please call our office at 956-318-2570. This is our elections updates. Do you all have any questions?
How many people voted?
So far.
I heard 2,000.
Today.
So today.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So far today. Actually, it just bumped up to 3,000. Over 3,000 right now.
And you just made a comment that as soon as the polls close, you're going to have election results?
Yes,
immediately?
we are urging, we are thinking of having to post them after 7 a.m. I'm hoping at around 7:15, 7:20.
Okay.
Well, the reason that you don't post them at 7 is because not all the polls are closed and you can't report them until all polls are closed. Is that correct?
Yes. Now, they do close at 7. However, we do have voters that are in line by 7 p.m., so we do have to wait until they cast their ballot. So as the lines recede, that's when we'll
been
post.
the problem. It hasn't been their problem, been the polls that haven't closed, because they're ready to report it.
Yes, we are. We have all the information. However, we're giving the opportunity to the voters to be able to cast their ballot.
How efficient or beneficial was it for both Republicans and Democrats to work together, having the same polling places?
It was very, very beneficial to the voter. Right now, for example, what's happening is that, let's say there's 15, let's say, voting machines at, let's say, the elections annex here. Each and every voter, whether Republican or Democrat, will be able to vote at those machines. Before, it used to be that we had, let's say, 10 voting machines for the Democratic Party and let's say 5 or 6 voting machines for the Republican Party. Let's say there was a long line for the Democratic Party to cast their ballot. They weren't able to use those Republican machines to cast their ballot because the only election that was on there was the Republican Party versus needing to vote as a Dem. So it's the shared resources of the voting equipment, of course, the poll workers and the supplies.
Awesome. Thank you, Hilda.
Thank you so much.
Good luck today.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Next item, number 19A, the WIC program. Ms. Ramirez.
Good morning, Judge and Commissioners. Chris Ramirez with the Hidalgo County WIC program. Presenting on item 19A, WIC Registered Dietitian Program 12. 1, requesting approval to accept the Registered Dietitian FY 2024 additional funding notification in the amount of $10,000. Requesting approval of certification of revenue in the amount of $10,000 as certified by the county auditor and appropriation of the same. WIC.
Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
WIC Lactation Services Program 13. 3, requesting approval to accept the Lactation Services FY 2024 additional funding notification in the amount of $9,000. 4, requesting approval of certification of revenue in the amount of $9,000 as certified by the county auditor and appropriation of the same. WIC Extra Funding Other Program 24. 5, requesting approval to accept the WIC Extra Funding Other FY 2024 additional funding notification in the amount of $124,020. 6, requesting approval of certification of revenue in the amount of $124,020 as certified by the county auditor and appropriation of the same.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you, Carson.
Thank you.
Item 28, Planning Department, Mr. Ulesting.
Good morning, Judge and Commissioners. This is Anthony Odessa with the Planning Department. Item number 1, preliminary approval with the variance request. Item A, we have Trenton Ranch subdivision in precinct 4. This is off of Trenton Road and Tower Road. It's 2-lot single family. They're asking for a variance request on the lot width. Staff recommends approval.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item B, also Grande Phase 2 subdivision in precinct 4. This is off of Fernandez Road and FM 2812. This is a 51-lot single-family subdivision. They're asking for variance on easement and setbacks. Staff recommends approval.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item number C, Milanos Estates Phase 4 subdivision precinct 1. This is off of mile 5, 1/2 North Road and Milanos Road. This is a 86-lot single-family subdivision. They're asking for a variance request on the corner clip. Staff recommends approval.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item number 2, financial approval with financial guarantees. Item number A, Jose Luis subdivision in precinct 4. This is off of Seminary Road and Montecristo Road. This is a 3-lot single-family subdivision. They have a cash deposit of $3,000. Staff recommends approval.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Carmen Avila Ranchette subdivision in precinct 4. This is off of Carmen Avila Road and FM 2812. This is 22 single-family lot subdivision. They have a financial guarantee of $33,000. Staff recommends approval.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item number C, Carmen Avila subdivision phase 4. This is also in precinct 4 off of Carmen Avila Road and Cibola Road. This is a 96-lot single-family subdivision with a financial guarantee of $144,000. Staff recommends approval.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item number D, Sunshine Estates number 2 subdivision off of Mile 7 West Road and Monte Cristo Road. This is a 119 single-family lot subdivision. We have a financial guarantee of $144,000 as well. Staff recommends approval.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item number E, Vista Ridge Acres, Phase 7 in Precinct 1. This is off of 5.5 West Road and Mile 20 North Road. This is a 149 single-lot family subdivision with a financial guarantee of $54,434,000 with 81 cents. Staff recommends approval.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item number 3, final approvals. Item A, Cole Crossing subdivision in Precinct 4. This is off of Ramsire Road and Doolittle Road. This is the 30-lot single-family subdivision. Staff recommends approval.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
They're all coming to precinct 4. I need more funding over here. I need y'all to save off some of your funding so I can take care of my people over here.
You're on your own, girl.
I can make a.
But we honor you this month.
Thank you, Judge and Commissioners.
Thank you. Item 21A, Precinct 1, Commissioner
Yes,
Fuentes.
Judge, thank you very much. Appointment of board members to the Emergency Service District Number 2 Board. As we all know, the ESDs are having a hard time really like trying to keep up with the services that are required. So I'm thankful for these 5 people willing to step up and serve on this board out there in the Delta area. It's a rotating 2-year term. So the initial 2-year term will be Jason Peña and Victor Hernandez, and the 1-year initial term with a 2-year appointment after that would be Marlene Hinojosa, Robert C. Escobar, and Ana Flores. I make a motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Was there something? Well, no, thank you. All right. Item number 2, or B, authorization and approval to name a private road off of Jesus Flores Road, Missouri, Texas Land and Irrigation Subdivision, Lot 13, Block 97, Elsa, Texas, as Salvador Martinez State Road, Service Road, for 911 purposes as recommended by RGV ECD 911 Department. Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And letter C, requesting approval of certification of revenues by the county auditor in the amount of, I'm sorry, this is a no action item. They had this problem with the amount. So this is a no action item, Judge.
Okay, item 22A, Precinct 3, Commissioner Villarreal.
Discussion, review, and approval of the county road access agreement between Hidalgo County and Monte Cristo Wind Power LLC for the maintenance of certain roads within a wind-powered electric generating facility located in Hidalgo County, Texas. And for the record, Judge, to indicate that we took the lead on presenting the item, but part of the road includes Precinct 4 territory.
Yes.
That's for the record.
So everything happens in precinct 4.
Yes, I'm telling you.
We just heard that.
They keep coming, they keep coming.
So she's sharing in the expense or what?
Let's hope so.
Yes, we are. Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item B, requesting approval to name a private service road located west at the east line of the Richard W. Kosar tract of land, property ID number 294548 as Emu Run Street.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Take your order. Item 23, Budget and Management, Mr. Soto.
Yes, good morning. Alberto Soto, Director of Budget and Management. Yeah, item 23A, approval of the advanced funding agreement between Hidalgo County and Texas Department of Transportation for Mile 1 East from Business 83 to Mile 8 North, which is a control section job number 0921-02-254, and approval of order authorizing the county judge to sign the agreement and any and all pertinent documentation for said project. I recommend approval.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Okay, item 23B, requesting approval to rescind the action taken on February 20th, 2024 for agenda item 94316 for the appropriation, the amount of $110,880.07. Just a real quick summary. This item was to use available fund balance for this appropriation, but we were able to locate some, at the year end, we were able to locate some lapsed internal operating budget. So as opposed to using fund balance, we proceeded to use lapsed operating budgets to cover this appropriation. So that's the reason for this action.
So moved.
Second?
Is this what you were complaining about, Farn, that sometimes it's difficult to distinguish the voice? Yeah. Carlos, try to work on that, please. Try to figure out what it is. We have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 23C1, I'll be reading A and B. This is approval to undesignate funds in 2023 related to the following program, which is the adult detention parking lot. And for B, approval of 2024 unappropriation of funds for the following program. So this was originally, we had designated $309,000. But after the year-end accruals and closeout, we just need to appropriate $305. So the net adjustment is $4,205. Recommend approval.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
All right, 23C2, approval, I'll be reading A and B. Approval to designate additional funds in 2023 for expenditure related to the following programs, and B, approval to undesignate these funds in 2024 and appropriate the same. I recommend approval.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Item 23C3, approval of 2024 appropriation of funds to fund various PO rollovers.
Judge, Commissioners, we do have a public participation form from Ms. Fern McClarity.
Valdi, if you would just explain it, kind of what you did to me for the public so they'll understand what that rollover is.
All right, I'll let the Director of Budget manage it.
Yes, so this is a common process that usually done usually within the first quarter of a new fiscal year. These, by PO rollovers, these are, what we're saying is these were purchase orders, active purchase orders at the end of 2023 with an assigned budget, but the PO is still ongoing. We weren't able to close it. It could be either a project or a major equipment, for example, vehicles. That'll be one example. And so this PO is carrying forward to 2024. So those unspent budget that were appropriated in 2023, we're moving them forward in 24 because this will be the fiscal year where those POs will close out. So that it will not affect the current operating budget, because this budget that we adopted doesn't account for prior year outstanding POs.
Thank you. Could I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Aye. Motion carries.
Okay, last item, 23C4, approval of 2024 appropriation of funds for the elections contract in the amount of $287,000 to fund the purchase of vehicles. This is very similar. This is in the general fund, elections department, and there was an outstanding. I'm sorry, there was no PO. I'm sorry, just a pure appropriation. I apologize.
Motion to approve.
Second?
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, Doug. Item 24, Mr. Mesqua.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. Mr. Guerra Ramirez for the record, Ignacio Mesco from the Purchasing Department. Agenda item 24A for Hidalgo County. 1, requesting approval of the following CCEA and PCOs in connection with the construction of Hidalgo County new courthouse from contracted vendor Morganti, Texas. Subject to final legal review and approval with authority for county executive officer to sign or require documentation, description, CCEA 75 PCO 228, total amount not to exceed $26,912. PCO 285, total amount not to exceed $76,954. PCO 286, total amount not to exceed $86,657. And PCO 287, total amount not to exceed $8,869. I recommend to approve.
Judge, Commissioners, we do have a public participation form from Ms. Fern McClarity.
Yes, I had another question from the public. Who is paying for this? Again, we know it's the new courthouse, and I said I would ask y'all if this eventually will be paid by the company that built this thing, or if the taxpayers are paying for it.
There is a fund that's set up with respect to the payment of these invoicing or these potential change orders, and so it's coming out of the courthouse fund.
Okay. And whose money is the courthouse fund?
It's Hidalgo County, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
We good?
Need a motion to approve?
Yes, ma'am.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
24B for County Judge's Office. 1A, requesting a section from competitive bidding requirements on the Texas Local Government Code 262.024A for a personal or professional services.
So move.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
B, presentation of the scoring grid for the purpose of ranking by Hidalgo County Commissioner score of firms graded through the county's pool of pre-qualified professional services for geotechnical and construction material testing services, emergency management project located within Hidalgo County. Do you wish to rank in order of their score?
Lowest score is the highest.
That is correct, Ms.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I'm sorry, say that again?
So the lowest score is like the highest ranked.
Oh, yes, okay, I misunderstood that. We have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
C, requesting authority for the Hidalgo County Purchasing Department to negotiate a professional geotechnical and construction material testing service agreement commencing with the number 1 ranked firm of Rabat Kisner for the geotechnical and construction material testing service for the emergency management project within Hidalgo County. I recommend to approve.
So move.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
24C for Precinct 1. 1A, requesting acceptance and approval of the First Amendment of the Interlocal Cooperation Agreement between the County of Hidalgo and Cameron Counties, Irrigation District Number 9, and the County of Hidalgo concerning of the development of the Precinct 1 hike and bike trail. Recommend to approve.
So move.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Be pursuant to Texas Government Code 791-014, discussion, consideration, and approval of the Precinct 1 hike and bike trail project beginning at the Harlan Sport Complex Park through Irrigation District Number 9, right-of-way and property, and ending at South Midway Road, as noted on the First Amendment Interlocal Cooperation Agreement. Recommend to approve.
So move.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
2, discussion, review, and approval of the memorandum of agreement by and between Hidalgo County and the Lower Rio Grande Valley TPDES Stormwater Task Force to collaborate in the development of 2 project strategies detailed in the Region 15 floor report of the Texas Water Development Board Fund Program. I recommend to approve.
So move.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
24D for Precinct 4, 1, requesting approval supplementary agreement number 2 between Hidalgo County and Melden and Hunt for professional engineering service for Tex Mesh Road Stormwater project located in Precinct 4 to extend the termination date of said agreement. Recommend to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye. Aye. Is there an aye?
Yeah, aye.
Motion carries.
2A, requesting acceptance and approval of amendment number 1 to Precinct number 4 on-call professional engineering service agreement between Hidalgo County and RO Engineering to include the firms of their contract rates.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
B, pursuant to approval of Amendment Number 1 to Precinct Number 4 On-Call Professional Engineering Services Agreement, require approval of work authorization number 2 with an estimate cost of $41,380 as submitted by RO Engineering for the canopy addition to the Lynn San Manuel Emergency Service Facility project. Recommend to approve.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
3, requesting acceptance and approval of change order number 1 for more will for the Hidalgo County Precinct 4 North Main Drain 3 Phase 2 stormwater project for a 30-day time extension and total project amount increase of $110,195 as recommended by the project engineer, LNG Consulting Engineers. I recommend to approve.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
24E for IT Department, 1, requesting approval to purchase managed detection services, response services, and inside VM subscription, including 3 consoles through Hidalgo County membership with DIR Cooperative from SHI Government Solutions in the total amount of $276,576. Recommend to approve.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
2, requesting approval to purchase MyTel My Voice Connect partner support through Hidalgo County's membership with Sorwood Cooperative from Richland Technical Services, DBA Richland IT Solution, the total amount of $60,368.25. I recommend to approve.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
24F for Health and Human Service Department, 1A, approval of exemption from competitive bidding requirements on the Texas Local Government Code 262.024A for a professional service.
Judge, Commissioners, we do have a public participation form from Ms. Fern McClarty.
This is a new one. Could you explain what it is? We have a contract with a Dr. Luna, MD, and they didn't know what the Public Health Biosafety Laboratory was.
Okay, so let's go ahead and take action on the exemption first.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And Mr. Amesco, if you could please read out item B and then give a description of the biosafety lab.
Yes, sir. B, pursuant to Texas Government Code 2254.004, acceptance and approval of a professional physician service contract with...
Mr. Amesco, could you please repeat the government code?
002.
2254.002. Thank you.
Sorry about that. Acceptance and approval of the professional physician service contract with Marta Luna for physician service for the Hidalgo County Public Health Biosafety Lab. This is the new building, the new lab that Health and Human Services Department is gonna open soon. And because of that, we need a new doctor, and this is an agreement for hiring Ms. Marta Luna to provide the physician services.
Right. This is the expansion of the health department services. This was in conjunction with Urban County.
Okay, well, they were just kind of worried when they saw biosafety, and I said, well, I would ask.
It's the expansion of the health department's services to the community, and for that matter, to everyone involved.
Okay.
This was a lab built with federal funds.
Yes.
Okay, well, that's kind of what they wanted. Thank you.
Thank you.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
2, requesting approval of the best and final negotiated offer meeting all requirements and specifications for software services for indigent healthcare system with Network Sciences. Recommend to approve.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
24G for Chair's Office, 1, requesting approval to award job order contractor Amsterdam through Hidalgo County's membership with Byborg for the heater element repair for the Willacy County Detention Facility in the amount of $105,452 with authority to issue notice to proceed upon receipt of the required payment and performance bonds.
Motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
2, requesting exception from competitive bidding requirements pursuant to Texas Local Government Code 262.024A78, item for which competition is precluded because of the existence of patents, copyright, secret process, or monopolies.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
The acceptance and approval of the sole source declaration for LEX, a Law Enforcement Technologies Corporation for any and all patented software services for be utilized by Hidalgo County with self-declaration to remain in effect while the declaration is in place or until revoked by Hidalgo County Commissioners Court.
Motion to approve.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
C, requesting approval to purchase less FirstNet True Phone bundle for the Hidalgo County Sheriff's Office from Less A Law Enforcement Technologies Corporation for a total amount of $5,895. Staff recommend to approve.
So move.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
That's all I have. Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You want to go through your item now or later?
Right now, Judge, if I may, Commissioners, Judge, item 25A, 1, 2, and 3, there is no action to be taken or discussion to be taken this week. Item B has already been presented and acted upon. Item 25C, there is a public participation form from Ms. Fern McClarity, and it's discussion, consideration, action updating the authorized representatives for the IRS 10, which is the taxpayer identification number matching program. Judge, Commissioners, and Ms. Fern, this is the updating our representatives with respect to any dealings that we have with the Internal Revenue Service. We have a new county auditor, and so we're updating the information on our 10 program by way of the county auditor and any representatives from the county auditor's office, as well as myself. I'm on that program. We're the ones that are designated to deal with and interact with the IRS.
Okay, well, that we're wondering, because it had principal, it had responsible
Right.
officer.
There's a hierarchy of responsibility.
Okay, so it's county.
Yes, it's
different
for the
departments.
county. It's for the
All
county of
right.
Hidalgo.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Motion to approve.
Second?
Motion's been made. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Now we're going into closed session.
Yes, sir, Judge.
Pursuant to Chapter 551 of Texas Government Code, we'll be retiring to closed session to discuss items under Section 551.071, .072, .087. I have a motion to do so.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I have 11:19 a.m. Okay, we're back from closed session. I have 11:49 a.m. We do have an action item.
Thank you, Judge. Commissioners, so we've come out of closed session. Item 27A, no action for the record. 27B, no action for the record. Item 28, open session. 28A, real estate acquisition appropriation for same, no specific action to be taken this week. 28B, pending under potential litigation, no specific action to be taken. 28C, cause number C-0515-24-C, Santos Higinio Serrano Montalvo versus Hidalgo County. Judge, Commissioners, before I ask for the court to take a motion, for the record, Commissioner Fuentes will be abstaining from any discussion and/or action related to the action to be taken by the court. I'm asking for the court to take action to assign this matter to Ms. Josephine Ramirez's office, DA Civil Division.
Motion to approve?
Second?
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
Item 29, closed session, there's no action. Item 30, no need, open session. And before we adjourn, Judge Commissioners, our next court session is March 19th, which will be a morning session. March 19th will be a morning session, 9:30 a.m. Drainage District, 10 a.m. Commissioners Court.
Motion to adjourn.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion